So it's funny, we were just in the parking lot and an old Pat pulled up in his late 70s, still out there hiking, and then he left us saying he's got to go to church as he pulled out a can of Lion's Head beer and a camel. So I'm going over there to sit on that tree and do my prayers. That's awesome. That's beautiful. We're grinding away. Welcome everyone. For this trip, we're headed to State Game Lands, SGL 13. Leaving right from Jamison City, and we're going to do a route, about a 20-mile gravel ride that concludes only 3 roads, a Grassy Hollow Road, Cherry Ridge Road, and then Mountain Road to come back down. As you're going to see play out on the ride, Leah had the unfortunate incident of dunking her foot in the one stream on the crossing, and in the springtime here it was still just a little bit too chilly to go forward with the ride with a wet foot, so we decided to just descend back down to the car, and we started the hiking portion of our day a little earlier. For the hike, we went back up Grassy Hollow Road, but then ducked in the woods and followed closer to Heberly Run and took in some of the waterfalls that this area has to offer. And there's some good ones along here. There's 3 named falls: Big Falls, Twin Falls, and Lewis Falls. Big Falls, the first one you'll encounter, is a little bit of a treacherous descent to get to it, so just keep that in the back of your mind. Definitely don't want to do that one in cycling shoes, changing the hiking boots so you could get, well, you'd get down, but so you could get back out. The next one, Twin Falls, was definitely a bit easier to get to, and then Lewis Falls, we actually didn't get video of. We passed that one on the bike ride, but we didn't go back to that one on the hike as it's the farthest one up Heberly Run. Plenty left to do here. There's plenty other streams as well. You could take East Branch of Fishing Creek up to where it goes to Sullivan Branch. There's falls along that. There's Pigeon Run that dumps into that. Shanty Run, and there's a slew of other streams here to be explored. Nothing is really marked in this area though, so if you're gonna explore, make sure to check out some maps, check out PA Bucket List. He has some great kind of guides to get you to the coolest things to see in the area. Without further ado, let's jump in to the show. A beautiful spring day, all packed up, heading out to check out some waterfalls. So the ride started with a little bit of a drizzle as we prepared our way to head up Grassy Hollow Road. Heading up the old Grassy Hollow Road. Look at that adventure woman back there.
Favorite way to summer.
As you're climbing up the road, you'll see some user-created signs marking the falls that I mentioned before. The first one you'll encounter is Big Falls, and this is the second one, so here is the marker that signifies Twin Falls.
Pretty big one. Waterfall.
The surface on this road is somewhere in between a state forest road and an old farm road. But the whole way up this mostly gradual climb, you're treated to a few glimpses of the beautiful stream down below. And there is definitely no shortage of side tributaries either. we're grinding away up Grassy Hollow. It's such a pretty road the whole way up here along the stream. There's waterfalls everywhere, but we elected to come back later for waterfall footage and pictures. We brought some hiking shoes and stuff like that because it's a little steep in some spots to get down there, so we'll come back up later. Look at this though. So at the top of this road, after you go through a second gate, you do eventually have to cross over the stream. And on this day, it was running a little heavy. So when we crossed over it, Leah's foot slipped and got dunked in. So instead of continuing the ride, we decided to descend back down to the lot so that Leah could avoid frostbite in her foot. This allowed us to start the hike a little earlier, so we enjoyed walking back up and revisiting the waterfalls. So this is Big Falls, the first one you'll encounter, and this one is awesome as you are just surrounded by a cavern of rocks and some other waterfalls dripping down them. So as we stated, this one as well is a little treacherous to get to. So there's Leah sitting back on the upper tier where you can still get a view of the fall itself. The next one is Upper Twin Falls, and although this one still isn't completely easy to get to, in comparison to Big Falls, it's a cakewalk. And Upper Twin Falls also has a nice little rock beach area where you can set up and have a mid-hike coffee. Is it?
Yeah. Hello, little guys.
So as the name would suggest, Twin Falls has another set of falls that looks very similar to this, just a little bit below it downstream. I'll leave that one and Lewis Falls off the video so you can see that first time for yourself in person. So hope you enjoyed the quick ride and hike there in this area. Just like a lot of the places we visit, it's so vast. There's so much to do here, and I can't wait to get back there and look around some more. I was hesitant to share this one because every time we've been there so far, we haven't seen a soul. And that's especially comical because just down the road a couple miles is Ricketts Glen State Park, which you could see a parking lot bursting at its seams every weekend, but yet not many people know about this hidden gem right down the road. So spread the word, but keep it secret. I'll also leave the intended route down below if you're curious in checking out what our ride was. Till next time, coffee, cycling, take both. We'll see you out there.